Hello, and last time we were doing a tutorial on units. This time it's going to be waypoints. We're going to move those units. Basically, let's just put down any unit. Now, most of you already know the movement controls for the shift and click, spin. Most of you should already know that if you've seen the last video. So this time we're going to move the guy. You're just going to press F4 or click the feet icon, and then you've got to make sure you've selected him, because if you haven't selected him, the waypoint button wouldn't go to the guy that you selected. So you've got to select him, then press it, and then basically put it down, and he'll move there, and then he'll wait there. But if you want him to do different things there, you got to tell him to do that through the user interface. So the category, that's nothing on there. The select type, right? The move, that'll just move him. The destroy, he will go to the. I think this only works with tanks and stuff like that, but he'll go to the thing that you placed it on. When you place it on something, I've just deselected him. When you place it on something, you get this red blip here, which means you placed it on something. It's basically telling you that would be the thing selected for moving inside of buildings. You can basically, if you move someone, if you want to get somebody inside a building, you just move that person. Sorry about the lag. Move them, and then select the position in the house. That's when you double click the house. But anywhere else, that wouldn't be there. The rest of it. Get in. I'll show you that later on where he's getting in a vehicle. I may as well just basically, there's all these commands. There's a lot of commands. I can't go through them all. Waypoint order. So if you did a waypoint here and a waypoint here and thought, oh god, I want one in the middle of there, you could do that, and then you could move it to that one and then press it. No, wrong one. You could do that and then press it to that one and then do that, and then it'd be in the middle. So just to edit waypoints, just double click them and then you'll come back onto this. So then the placement radius, this is stuff to do with the seek and destroy. You can make something, seek and destroy something within 500, I don't know what the unit of measurement is, but I think it might be meters, because that looks like meters. That dotted line would then be the placement radius. And the completion radius, if you put something like, once you move to this waypoint, you will complete a certain task. You can put that waypoint there with the completion radius on 10, and once you move inside that little circle around the outside of it, you will then complete that task that you've set. The height, what height you want it to be at, you could have the move radius then 100 feet in the air for helicopters to see it, or planes to see it. If you're driving a plane and you want them to be able to see it from high up in the air instead of looking at the ground to see it. Timeout, I don't exactly know what any of this does. I don't use it in any of my missions. My missions are simple. You could name the waypoint to know where you're going. I think that comes up when you're looking at the waypoint. Description, don't really know where this comes up, but probably doesn't come up on anything really. It would mean something, but I don't know. Combat mode. Combat. No change. You'll just do whatever the AI normally does, which is point and shoot. Never fire. You can make two opposite teams walk up to each other and they wouldn't fire if you're using this. Hold fire. That means on this waypoint he'll hold fire, but when he gets to the next one, which might be an open fire one, he'll then start shooting. This would be good for ambushes. They hold fire, but they'll walk towards them on this one. They'll still carry on running towards them. On hold fire, they'll stop and observe. Open fire, they'll stop and start shooting wherever their sight is. So AI can only see within a certain feet, within a certain radius. So if they'll stop on the edge of that radius, but open fire engage at will, they'll be shooting while running towards you. Or if you're on their team, running towards the enemy. Formation. this is what formation you want them to start with. No change. But if you put them in a formation and then click the person to be in no formation, still doing a waypoint, but when you click the person, there's a formation button, and it says a special button, and it says no formation, formation, none, in cargo and stuff like that. But if you press no formation, these wouldn't really count. They'd only count to the people who have got formation checked. These are all good formations. You should look them up on photos or try them up for yourselves, whatever. If you want to create a walk around, people patrolling the area, and you think they're walking too fast, put limited and make them go really slow. Normal would make them go fast at normal speed, just walking speed, and full would make them go running. Now then, if you put them on limited, and then combat, and then behavior on safe, they lower their weapons and start walking like they're just patrolling an area. Now coming down to behavior, like I already talked about, careless. They really do not care less about what happens. Safe, they think they're safe, but you could have them ambushed, which would mean they'd have a proper surprised sort of thing about it. They just start shooting. Away, they'll walk in while looking down the scopes, and they'll start looking around, sort of thing. They know what's happening. Combat, they definitely think something's gonna happen, so they're gonna keep on aiming just like away. But combat, I think they like go into middle position or something like that. They go a little bit lower. And stealth, they either go prone and start crawling, or they go really secretive. They start talking a little bit less as well. They start talking quieter. Now, condition. I don't really know what this does, but it seems like some sort of health sort of thing while you get there. I don't really want to mess around with that, and I don't really use it. On act, this is where you put. I don't know which one I put it in, so I put them in both. When you have a script like when they get their unit position and stuff like that, or set behavior safe if you don't want to do it through that, you can put in all sorts of commands. But I copy and paste them into both. Right, that's that, and also I wanted to show how to put a splash screen on. So if you want to put text in the middle of the screen while you're walking, you press text. Whatever the hell you want to type in here, it will come up in the middle of the screen once you walk over this waypoint. So, watch out. Wahahaha. That will come up then. As the guy's walking, you'll see that in the middle of the screen. You'll see a little bit of a camera icon which is telling you which one you got it on. Basically, you've got objects. These things will appear in front of your screen. You'll have a sphere just in your screen. The Bohemia Interactive logo. Your screen will start to go like a TV set where it starts to phase out, sort of thing. Resources. Now, these are cool splash sounds. The splash screen. Splash screens is some image that pops up on your screen. So Arma 3 logo could pop up on your screen. I think the beta one comes up. Splash screen Bohemia Interactive comes up. Tagline that says "This is War." Quite cool for an intro video. But that's that. Tracks. All these are songs. Yeah, this is War. That's what I said. All these things will come up. You can, whenever you walk over the waypoint, it'll start the music, no matter how high you are up. Really, you don't have to land. Or do you? I don't know. I don't know if you have to land on it if you're in a helicopter. But basically, these are triggers, environment things. These are kind of cool. Basically, fire alarms and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all these are. That's the waypoints. But there is another thing. Patrolling an area. If I wanted this guy to go to this waypoint, then this waypoint, and then go back to the first waypoint. I'll set 3 waypoints down at first. You've got to make sure this third one is in the middle. Then you press cycle. So it'll cycle through the waypoints. If you put it too far away, it'll unclip. See, it clips and clips. So, just if you couldn't see that, then the line disappears from it if you go too far away. And if the line's not there, he'll just walk there and think there's nowhere else I'm supposed to go. But that line is telling him, you can put it all the way down there if you want to. So basically, he goes to that one, and then he goes to that one, then he goes to that one, then he goes to that one. He doesn't really go to the cycle one. Well, at least I don't think he does, because I put it in the middle all the time. And now I just want to show you how to do a helicopter decision in something. Basically, you put the unit down, you put the helicopter down. The helicopter's got to have someone in it, and you don't have to put it on flying, but it'll make it a lot easier. You can't control the helicopter, otherwise you'll have to tell it what to do. Basically, you make the helicopter. When a helicopter tries to load something, it'll land. Or in fact, you could just have the helicopter already on the ground, so like for an Afghanistan mission or something like that, where you get to a field and the helicopter's there, and then you've got to get in the helicopter and then fly somewhere and it lands you somewhere. Basically, you ought to put a get in waypoint, but that doesn't really work. The helicopter takes off straight away because you want to tell it what to load. You press the synchronize button, which is F5, and then you click and drag it from the one waypoint to the other. Then when you load it, you'll be told to go to the there and wait for the helicopter to get into position. It's already in position, so then it'll tell you to get in the helicopter. You can do this for multiplayer missions. Basically, then you want to move the helicopter. You want the helicopter to take off, otherwise it wouldn't take off. And I wanted to land over here. So you just put a waypoint there, but you put a transport unload waypoint. Really, I don't know if this transport unload or unload. I can never remember. But then, if you want to tell the person to move after they got up to the helicopter, you press the guy, and then press him to move. I know it might look like he goes to there, then goes to there, but no, he gets in the helicopter, goes to there, then he's told to go there. So it does work. Just thinking if there's anything else I've missed. You can tell helicopters, cars, and also if you want a helicopter just to land somewhere and get out to the helicopter, there's a get out waypoint for that. There's the get out script. He just lands wherever it is. And yeah, you can do a lot with the scripts, with the thing. You can I think this set unit damage or something like that. It's in a different form it is, but there is one for setting unit damage, and it's from 0 to 1. 1 is broken, and 0 is fully okay. Good luck editing missions, and this has been Killer Alid. Goodbye.